Good evening, everybody. How are you this evening? For those who have already logged on, thank you very much. This is Garfield Waller with Rock the Mic. Very unusual program this evening. This evening, I talk about some personal experiences. So, as you can see from the title, guys, my recent visit to Jamaica, my impressions. I'm hoping you'll join me and I'm hoping that you'll give your 2 cents worth. Let me know what you think and whether I'm on the right track or whether I'm just thinking like somebody who lives abroad. Please note that my views are not intended to embarrass or hurt anybody. It's just the way I saw things. Okay? But if you have something else to say, if you see it another way, fine. So, Jamaica. Listen, I have been to Jamaica, been back to Jamaica several times. And most often than not, it was for a funeral. This was our first real vacation as such. Very short one, only a week. But there were, we tried to kill two stones with one bird. First of all, my son, who was born here in the US, never got a chance to go to Jamaica. This was his first trip. I don't want to tell you how old he is. All right, it's embarrassing. My son is 24. He has never been to Jamaica. So this was his first chance to go. And secondly, my batch from Michael Teachers College, Michael University, was having its 45th anniversary. Can you imagine? 45 years since I left high school. Jesus, man, where has the time gone? But we decided to make the trip down and, show him what it was and see if things were just the way we remembered. But as usual, as you know, nothing really stays the same and things change. And most of the things we remember was from maybe our childhood days. And now we're seeing it as an adult. Things are different. So, guys, tonight I'm going to ask you if you have anything to chime in with. Hey, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, guys. Just let us have a nice conversation going on. Jamaica. Okay, so we we landed in Montego Bay. We landed in the wonderful city of Montego Bay. And here's how things kicked off. First of all, I have an ailment with my feet. I'm not able to walk long distances, so I needed a wheelchair to get me from the plane out to customs. So you know that if you're waiting on a wheelchair, you're basically the last one off the plane. You're gonna be the last one off the plane. So there we were, my wife, my son, and I waiting in the plane until everybody cleared out. The wheelchair's at the door. I hobbled to the wheelchair, and this is where the excitement started because the youngster who was gonna push me looked at me and said, "Daddy, hold on tight." Well, to me, that's just a figure of speech. Hold on tight. But the boy was really serious because me I tell you, the brother take off at a speed where not even boat could have keep up with it. And him a go in and out, round some posts. And listen, I'm seeing my life flash in front of me. I'm seeing my life flash in front of me. This guy pushing me in the wheelchair. I mean, I talk about corner. Listen, in and out of posts between women, between men, and bear in mind, everybody was off a plane before us, and I'm overthink everybody on the way to baggage claim. And I'm holding on for dear life. How the wheelchair never flashed me off, I don't know. Yes, Donovan, we're coming to that. Hold on, Donovan, we're coming to that. So we finally get the baggage claim basically before everybody else. And he helped us take out our luggage, stuff like that. And then he set off to customs. And there's where I got the first slap in the face. Because this female custom officer who dealt with us, I don't know, this lady had a face that could sink a ship. And she just scolded at us, just a rough whip. I thought the lady was going to beat us. Seriously, give me a passport. Give me this, give me that, give me that. Stand here, sir. Move over there, sir. And she just going, and I'm saying, hey, calm down. We're like the first flight in the morning. Just relax. That set her off even more. And when my wife took her on now, she realized that she was basically wrong. So she, in order to make up for it, she didn't even search us. She just say, go through. So that was my first bad encounter. The customer service with the customer officer. In fact, the one beside her was no different either. And while she was dealing with us, another one came up to talk with her, and they just, oh my God, man, that really turned me off. And I hope it was just me. I hope other visitors or people visiting don't get that sort of treatment. Okay, so the guy back in the wheelchair and we're gone again. No, as he's coming out of the building, I'm wondering if this guy is gonna push me into the street. Yes, Emmeline, I'm gonna make a talk about that too. I wonder if this guy is gonna push me into the road with all the taxis, and I have to tell him, hey, hold on, to the rent a car place over there. So, want him drop us there and say goodbyes. We give him a few dollars, which he really earned because he helped us with the bags and everything, and things were cool. Now, ladies and gentlemen, after this, after he dropped us off, I'm going to pick up my rent a car. And I'm going to say to every Jamaican, listen carefully, guys. If you're flying into Montego Bay, yes, your choice of rent a car is varied a lot. But if you're flying into Montego Bay, guys, what I want you to do is rent with this company. Sixth, Sixth rent a car company. This is a company you need to go with because Six gave us first class treatment. After that meeting with the customer officer, this was a breath of fresh air. Honestly, this was a breath of fresh air. The young lady at the desk, oh my God, professional. Hi, Mr. Waller, how are you? How was your flight? Did you find everything okay? Can I have your phone number so I can look up your reservation? Oh, yes, I have found your reservation. Hold on a minute, guys. Hold on a minute. Yes, like I'm saying, if you go into Montego Bay, guys, you need to go with this rent a car company. Six rent a car. They're located just outside the terminal and they are first class. First class. After going into the office, it was a breath of fresh air from what I just experienced with the customs officer. The young lady at the desk, smiling. Hi, Mr. Waller. How are you? Welcome to Jamaica. In fact, welcome back to Jamaica. Can I have your phone number so I can check your reservation? And she's like, oh, yes, I found it, sir. Blah, blah. And she's going on and she's like, she saw me shivering a bit. Oh, sir, is it too cold for you? I can adjust the thermostat. Oh, my God. The treatment was first class. And while we were waiting on the car, she's like, Mr. Waller, I don't know if she saw me looking outside at the patty place and she said, oh, Mr. Waller, would you like a complimentary patty and cocoa bread and drink and everything? What do you think I do? I don't eat a lot, so I'm gonna refuse it, right? Heck no. No. I took the two patties and it was first class. So they put us in this courtesy car, take us a couple hundred meters over to get the rent a car and not the first class service again. So, guys, if you're ever there, go with Six Rent a Car, run by my buddy Orville Spence. First class treatment, first class. So, guys, while we're there and they fixed up the rent a car for us, nice conversation with the six people, took a few pictures, and we were off. No, believe me, we were not 4 miles down the road when the young lady calls again. Is everything okay, Mr. Waller? Blah, blah. And she's first class treatment. So, guys, if you're going to Montego Bay, there's absolutely no reason to go with any other rent a car. Go with Six, okay? When you talk to the guy, tell him Gary sent you. Okay. Now, leaving the airport. No, let me go back to the airport again. I don't know when it comes to amenities as the airport. I can't really complain because basically I've been in many airports in the US and they're basically the same. When you get off the plane, sometimes a long journey to get to baggage claim, and so I can't really complain. Outside where the taxis are, I wish you would have a better organized system, but it's basically like JFK. You have the taxi guys out there hustling same way, so can't really complain about it. But guys, one thing that surprised my son and it really hit him was once we got out of the airport, he was so taken up with the beauty of the country. I mean, the bright, vivid colors. This is how he talks. The bright, vivid colors just onto him. They just pop. Good night, Miss Martin. How are you? These colors just pop. The green, the blues of the water. And oh my God, this kid was like basically speechless. He never saw anything like this. And trust me, he has traveled all over the United States. But he was so taken aback by the colors of Jamaica. He'd never seen anything that green. So the drive from Montego Bay was okay. And no, Donovan, Donovan, listen, when I get to Jamaica, I like getting behind the wheel of a car. My adrenaline tends to go up. My adrenaline tends to rise when I get behind the wheel of a car. Yes, this morning, I'll send him. I won't come. I'll send him back by himself next time. Night, Diana. No, the roads. Donovan, I just said the road. The roads are what took me by surprise. I expected that type of driving, but the roads coming in from Montego Bay to Ocho, I'll give it a B. I give the roads a B. And yes, some potholes there need fixing. Trust me. I think parish council, government, or whoever, some of those potholes needs fixing. Another thing I was taken aback with was there are times you're driving and it's two lanes. Then without warning, shift to three. Then without warning, back to two. And then it's three coming the other way. The road markings need a lot to design. A lot can be done there, guys, to warn you, when it shifts to two and down to one and everything. But them taxi driver, they know easy. Me take off my hat to them. Yes, Miss Martin, yep. Me take off my hat to them taxi driver, because them little vehicle, what they call them, Voxy or Probox, my God, they are fast. They are freaking fast. And when it comes to overtaking, listen, after I got my legs under me and me move and me overtake a brother, me try overtake me overtake a man. And while me overtake him, another brother overtake me. And to my surprise, another brother try overtake that brother. And I saw the man drop it. And it seemed like there's a custom that you're not to overtake on a street. You must wait till you're approaching a corner, they overtake. I don't know where that Evelyn, that I don't know where that come from. It's like, okay, a corner, we're approaching a corner, make we overtake. And then they just pull over and stop any freaking where. I'm driving on my left hand side of the road, I see a guy coming up the opposite way. And you wonder, what the hell do you do? What the hell? Because I've heard somebody say we are the most lawless drivers in the world, and I tend to believe. But even though the driver shot, even though this driving shot me, what I cannot understand is why the passengers stay in these taxis. You are not gonna drive me like that. As a passenger, you're driving like that. I'm coming out of the vehicle. I am coming out of that vehicle. But the roads really, really hit me for a loop. Last time I came to Jamaica, I didn't get a chance to drive on that north-south highway. I finally got a chance this time. Very impressive. Very impressive. I'm impressed with it. But boy, me some car move at some speed like the space shuttle, me tell you. The man don't have no respect for all the downhill section. But I was impressed with it. And what really impressed me too was the toll system. Toll and the attendants here were honestly very, very polite. Very, very polite. Yes, Gene, they're very, very indisciplined. But I love the highway. I love it. The people at the toll I dealt with smiling, good morning, blah, blah, blah. And the treatment was fine there. Getting into where is it? Where is it? Angels are down in the Spanish town there, where the traffic really came on. Yes, that reminded me. Yes, listen, you're back in Jamaica, but driving in Jamaica didn't really pose a problem. With the left and right. I found myself quite at home driving on the left. Everything seemed to just come back. What messed me up was the indicator and the wiper switch. That really miss me. When I want to indicate left or right, the wiper switch come on. Blah. That part I didn't get down. That part threw me. But all in all, the driving was okay. Ocho Rios, so long, guys. And I need some of you to chime in here, guys, because we stayed in Ocho Rios for a couple of days. And I don't know. Some people might cuss me and say, because me live a foreign for so long. Honestly, guys, what do you think of Ocho Rios? Put your thoughts in there for me. It's because put your thoughts in. What do you guys think of Ocho Rios? Because let me tell you what I think. To me, I don't think Ocho Rios can really make a claim as being a tourist town again. Where I stayed, we had a wonderful view. We stayed up Columbus Heights and we were looking right down at the bay. Beautiful view. When the cruise ship came in, we watched everybody disembark. But Ocho Rios, man, I remember when Ocho Rios was a sleepy little town. And now, yes, it's becoming, I don't want to use the word slum, but traffic jam. I remember when Ocho Rios would be full of tourists. Honestly, the only tourists I saw were the ones who came off the cruise ship. And they came off the cruise ship, went right to the craft market, or were put in buses and taken to other places. Ocho Rios today, to me, it's not a town for walking. It's not a town for pedestrians. That main street needs to be blocked off. There should be no traffic allowed on that. I hope it's Main Street, the one in front of the craft market there. That that needs to be close to, to vehicular traffic. It should just be pedestrians. Give people a chance to walk and view the town as such, if we can still call it a town. But on the other, the bypass, even with all those taxis, crowded. Hmm, I don't see that. I don't know how you guys see it. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of Ocho? Because I'm looking at it and I'm saying, I'm putting myself in the pants of a tourist. What is it in Ocho that really, really attract me? Hey, don't kill a messenger. I'm just saying how I see it. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys see it another way. But what is your Ocho to really attract? There's nothing in the town apart from the amenities around, like Duns River and these places. What do you think? Anybody here with some ideas that don't lose nothing? But man, the traffic was horrific. Traffic was horrific. And on that bypass, oh my God, the bypass Ocho was terrible. Terrible. I see some pothole that I thought I was on the surface of the moon or something like that. But I don't see anything there in Ocho to attract me. Bear this with me now, guys. Here's another thing I didn't like. This two price thing. One price for locals, one price for if you come from abroad. Why not just do one price and done? Because if you drop the price of the person coming in, the person can spend more there buying food and other things. The person may not just spend on the attraction, but the inflated price for the person coming from abroad prevents him from buying other stuff. But if you just have one price for everything, man, oh God, I think people would spend more money there. But the fact that, hey, you tell the person, if you're not Jamaican, I'm going to pay this, I'm going to tighten up on my pocket. I'm not going to spend any more. What I wasn't warned about, but hold on, guys. For those of you just listening, for those of you logging in, let me know where you're logging on from. Yeah, two prices happening in most countries, but Jesus Christ, man, it turned me off. If you're just logging in, guys, let me know where you're listening from. And I'd love you to participate. See Vilma, Donovan, Jean, Henry, and Dana participating. Good. Huh? Hi, Lorna. How are you? Good night, all. Yes, I love Ochi, but it's too much flipping traffic. Too much traffic. That's true. I find the traffic horrible, man. But I'm thinking Main Street should be a street just for pedestrians. Yes, food. What most people didn't warn me about. Listen, guys. I always thought ackee and saltfish was our major dish until I got back to Jamaica and realized, no, and I saw my first day in Ochi. I see a long net back line. Them line would remind me of when we got Gibson, the stadium. Me wonder, what is this line for? I couldn't believe Kentucky, KFC, Jesus pays. I could be at Jamaica that claims they didn't have no money. Just in line at KFC. We went to Falmouth again and we got down early and KFC didn't open yet. I'm gonna tell you, you should see the line. You should have seen the line. But me never know say KFC is so popular, man. Yes, Carol, you have the botanical gardens, Dolphin Cove, river tubing, rafting. Yeah, I tried to get into that river tubing of White River, but we were unsuccessful. Oh my God, that road up to the top of White River, they need to get it fixed. They need to have it fixed. I mean, it's a a lovely little trip to take, rafting or coming down on the tubes, but that road going up the man will kill anybody. That road will kill anybody. It's got to be fixed. Yeah, Dolphin Cove, rafting, and Dunge River. Yeah, but like I'm saying, that two price thing, even though Velma even do it in most countries, it's a big turn off. It's a big turn off. Another thing, guys, I almost cried. We don't have a public beach left. We don't have no public beach left. I know it started a long time. We were selling off all the beach territories to the hotel, but good God, no beaches left. In the middle of Ochi, wanted to go beach and one, we have to go pay for parking. Then we have to pay for going on the beach. Then we have to pay for your lounge chair, pay for an umbrella. I long for the days when that beach at Turtle Towers was just free, just walking. In fact, I ended up anyway, because of that pricing and paying thing, I ended up at the best beach in Jamaica anyway. I ended up back at Paji. Paji. Best beach bar none. Yes, Velma, I haven't been here for a long time. And don't be fooled. Jamaicans have money. So it seems the money, it may not be properly or evenly distributed, but the money there. The money there, Jamaica. Yes, big turn off for me. No beach for the local. Donovan, next time, head go straight to Paji. Paji is the best, bar none. But good God, when a local want to go to a beach, where the hell does he or she go? And it's like we are one of the few countries in the Caribbean where we have privatized these beaches. I talk to other people and the beach about the place free. But we have to do something about that. In another 5, 10 years, there won't be any beaches for us, man. The beaches are not so, but in this way, nastiness cause them to lock cause them to lock us out. And it brings me to another thing. The the all inclusive. The all inclusive hotel. Do you think they are to blame for some of these things where they keep the tourists basically hostages behind closed doors? Because I remember the days when the tourists are walking on the Ochi. Don't see that again. Lorna is saying definitely a sore point. Price to go into the beaches. That's a shame. That's a shame. Man, we need to have a lot of these beaches open and accessible to the public. But that Kentucky thing really, really shocked me. Really shocked me. Yep. Well, man, I don't mind. In some areas, I don't mind paying the fee for the beach, but not charge me parking to man. Come on. Oh God, man. But that's how it is. Going up further now, heading to Port Maria, the road fair to middling. But like I'm saying again, guys, and I don't want to kill people here. The customer service that we experience oh, it's sickening. I went into, is it Jamaica Mutual or Jamaica National? I can't remember the name. I wanted to change some US dollars. Not lying to you. When I walk into the place, it's like three people ahead of me. And it took me 45 minutes. And it's like the cashier, it's like in Bex say you come in there. It's like the man Bex. I don't I don't get it. And it seemed like some of the people in what I don't want to use this word incorrectly. Some of the people in the lower paying jobs seem to have better customer service than the ones in the higher level jobs that you expect them from. One of the nicest persons we met was out by, I don't know the name of the hotel now. It was Golden Head, right at the foot of Gibraltar. They say come around past the river, Jack's River. They say. And there was that dread selling fruits there. And we pull up to the place. And before I could open my mouth, The dread reach down, take a mango, wash it, and say, eat this. By the time we finish that, him wash out, otaiti apple, eat this. Me I wonder what is bread up to. Then him take out a fruit where I haven't seen a long time. When him mommy and him peel it and cut it, eat this. So after that, I'm not a greedy person like some other people. After the third time, I say, then not it. How much more wait for this? Man begs. Man say, oh me boss, you just come back. Me no know something just come back. Maybe you see how my sweat and he said, boss, you just come back that free, man. Just eat. And because of that, I spent more than I intended to spend because the guy was so nice. And him stayed there for a while and we chat and these little people are the ones that say, hey, you know what? Yes, I'm home. I'm home. Driving through Galena and them places and one town I don't want to mention, Rockabess. It brought back a lot of memories, especially around the coast of Galena. My God, that view from up top there will never disappoint. That view of the Port Maria Harbor will never disappoint. Takes your breath away every time. I tried going up to one Fort Haldane. Most and I put on Facebook, ask on Facebook, anybody know about Fort Haldane? Most people never know. Most people grew up knowing it as Grace Charity, but that was where Taki way back in the 1800s. That was where Taki raided to get the arms and the weapons to start his rebellion. But went there and the thing is closed. No, how can the parish council or whatever in Port Maria have basically the one attraction down the closed? That should be, oh my God, that should open 24/7. How can you close that? Fort Haldane is such a big part of our history. Such a big part of, thank you, Mr. Hartman. Thanks for coming on. Such a big part of our history and it's closed. Then I tried to go up to Noel Cowar's estate, way up top. I was surprised the roads were actually good. Right up to the point of the entrance to the lookout point. And from there on up, it was hell. From there on up, it was hell. Yes, Gene, I find a lot of people from St. Mary don't know the history of Fort Haldane. My son is a history buff, and I try to show him all that. I want to show him the estate out by, is it Land Romney, where Taki was? Place gone. How can you demolish a place like that? That great house on the hill, as when you leave Sunside and you're going down to Land Romney, that great house, one of the most beautiful we had. I don't see it just bush up. We're not taking care of our place of history. We're not taking care of them. But we have allowed so much overgrowth to block out some of the beautiful sites. Coming from Montego Bay, one of the sites I used to love was is that Discovery Bay, where you had the Columbus Park on that hill. I was surprised I pull up there and the thing is closed. Then you go around you go around the bay and there should be a lookout point. Some what they call it, beauty, whatever. The place is covered so much bush you can't see anything. Going into Portmore, though, I was a bit taken aback by all the development. Went around the Paget, and this is where I got another shot because I remember playing football at Clemens Park and just running right over to the beach. From Paget, I couldn't even spot where the beach is. I mean, where Clemens Park was. I remember you could stay on the beach and look up to Clemson Hill. Clemson Hill was basically clear of those big trees because guys used to sit up there and watch a football game. Pure bush. I couldn't even see the church, the Kirk Church from the beach. People like you run away instead of staying to keep these things. No, we all can't stay in Jamaica. Jamaica overpopulated. Jamaica is overpopulated right now. But there were things I really hoped to see that I really didn't. And as a as an adult now, when you look back at your youthful days, you realize that your concept of distance and size was basically all off when you were a youngster. Basically, all take, you know, it was hard to even no, no, Vilma, don't call it criticize. I'm just pointing out what I observed. There can't be that thin skin. I'm just pointing out what I observed. This is what I saw. This is how I see it. You may see it differently, but it's not just criticism. This is reality. But your concept of size and distance is off. I went up to Bailey'sville, tried to show my son the roots of where everything started. And we were able to go into the schoolyard, look around, tour the place, went up to the old house, looked around. My wife got to look at her place too. We went to Portmore Primary, where my wife used to teach, where I went to school, and it was a good experience. It was a good experience to show him that, hey, in the states you would take a bus from here and there, and but to show him that, hey, we used to walk from Bakersfield, go down to Baptist Church or go down to the library. Mm. And he got a chance to see that things weren't always peaches and cream. Cause he couldn't believe that walk. No, guys, another thing I want to touch on. Boy, Jamaica solved with this. We were or we are supposed to be the land of wood and water. Yes, I see a lot of wood. But the water, guys. I went to the Bailey'sville and that river behind the school where we used to go catch fish and jump off it. The thing basically dry. The thing is basically dry. On the way to Portland, some of these nice rivers we used to pass, dry. Somerset Falls. That was a big shock to me. Somerset Falls dry. Is it? I don't know. Is it mismanagement of the watershed or is it just climate change? Hey, this climate change is real to me. But Somerset Falls. I remember one of the most beautiful rivers on that east coast. I don't know if anybody know about it. In Buff Bay, you had, I think it's Spanish River. Beautiful river. Reach Bridge and I look over. Nothing. How we gonna manage? How we going? How are we gonna manage, guys? We got a chance to go up to Rio Grande. We did some rafting. Oh, lovely. It was wonderful. Wonderful. The raft captain we had, top of the line, kept us entertained and informed from start to finish. But I think we're kidding the goose that laid the golden egg because on the Rio Grande, they are doing some mining of sand, and it's messing up the whole thing. The guy was showing me all the how do you call it, seaweed, all the river weed that is clogging up the entire system. And he says it's just since they started this mining. They are hoping for another flood soon to wash all that away. But beautiful experience, beautiful experience. I don't think I've lived in Jamaica for so long and never went rafting on the Rio. One of the highlights though was not just jerk pork. Don, sorry for mention pork here, but not only jerk pork, but I don't know if you've ever been to Portland. For the people who've been to Portland, I lived there for the early years of my life. There is a little creature, a little snail that lives in the river. It's called busso. Anybody ever drink busso soup? No, if you have ever drank it, guys, let me hear what you think of it. Let me hear what you think of it. Carol, I don't know. Could you clarify that, Carol, about the Chinese? Could you clarify that, please? I don't know what you're talking about. Is it the road or them taking over a lot of stores or whatever? Let me hear what you have to say. Yep. Oh, Jeannie, I've drank it. Funny. Busso is a little snail, but I would never touch escargot, that French thing. I ain't touching that. But the busso, oh my God, they gave us a soup. It was busso, conch, and shrimp. Oh Jesus, man, that soup hit the spot. I could have drink a bucket. Yes, Donovan. So Donovan, what about the jerk pork? Hmm? What is it about the jerk pork, sir? Yeah, man, but that the busso soup. If you have next time you go to Portland, try and get some. Try and get some, guys. Try and get some. And another thing, I remember as a little kid, because my dad had the first school he took over was uh, Black Hill Primary in Portland. And I remember the day they opened that airstrip, Ken Jones airstrip, in Port Antonio. And I remember him taking me and watching dozens of small planes that came in from the States take off to as a opening for the airport. Parts of the place mash up. Anyway, they mash up from long time. From Mego High School. I thought they would have fixed it. Like how they fixed, Boscobel and name it after some other foreigner. No pork, 50 years plus. All right. All right, that one. But Portland was nice. Portland was nice. Passport, and we wanted to go up to Boston and Frenchman's School, but the road, I think, they told us the road wasn't that good. But like I said, the beauty of the country, I remember why I love this, why I love Jamaica so much. Beautiful, green. When you look at the water, oh my God. And I love the little towns like passing through Anata Bay, Hope Bay, St. Margaret's Bay, all Black Hill, all these places. And what brought back memories was just as you entered Port Antonio. I remember when we were going to Teachfield to play football, people would be chatting. People would be chatting from Highgate, from leave Highgate, people chatting in the bus. And as you came around that corner, what's the name of that place? Is it Norwich? As you came around that corner to look over the bay, a hush would fall over the bus. I don't know if it was nerves or people just putting on their game face, but that always happened. As soon as you came around that corner at Norwich, boom, looking out at Navy Island, and then in Port Murray looking out at Cabaretta Island. Oh, it was lovely. It was lovely. Listen, yes, like anywhere we have a problem now. Like anywhere we have like every country in the world we have problems. And as a Jamaican, I'd like ours fixed. I think they can be fixed if we just work hard at it. I think can be fixed. Going over into Kingston for my reunion, that was fun. Seeing people I haven't seen since, what is it, 1981? It was fun. We had a ball of a time. We had a whale of a time. Whale of a time. And we have another reunion coming up in 2 years. I know Mirza people going to kill me for missing theirs, but everything couldn't work out this time. Kingston was what was good, especially for my son. He got a chance. So first we went to Port Royal because he wanted to see that. He has read a lot about Henry Morgan, the pirates, the earthquake, and yada yada yada. We went over there, and we had, honestly, God, I can't remember her name, but we had a fantastic guide. She was just there for the three of us, and oh my God, that girl was good. Thank you, Yaniel. How are you? Yeah, that girl was good. She took us over for the 45 minutes and gave us a wonderful tour. Very informative. We liked it. Not like, we loved it. And just being there to look over Kingston Harbor, to look over at Hellshire. Oh my God. Is there anywhere with water like that, man? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Took him downtown and he enjoyed that. Downtown has really been fixed up. I love what they did with it. I love what they did with it. And my son found the Museum of Art, and he didn't want to leave, but he's into that, all that history stuff. We went up from there, we went up to the Bob Marley Museum, and wow, that's what he loved. We almost had to get a SWAT team to take him out of there. And to make matters even better, he met Bungo Herman. Didn't know this boy know anything about Bungo Herman, but he and Bungo Herman sat me and talk some things that I never know. I never know. This boy has researched Jamaica so much. But all in all, I'm not lying. It was a fantastic trip, and I ain't staying away that long again. I think we're gonna be back. We are gonna be back next year. We are gonna be back next year. Some of my friends help make it a wonderful experience. Like the hostess we stayed with in Kingston, she was a co-worker when we were at St. Peter and Paul, Miss Nyla DeAndrea, and she treated us like royalty. It was great. I ate until I won't say. Yes, Gene, Bungo Herman was there and he and my son really hit it off together. Some records I hear them talking about, I have no idea. But he's really into that sort of stuff. Yeah. Another person who helped us out a lot was Miss Jean Martin. She forced me to come up to her house. And if you see the pictures of me and those mangoes, I know looking back at it, I think it was a setup. She didn't invite me during the day. She invited me up there at night where I could not tell whether the mangoes, I couldn't see the ripe mangoes on the tree. So that's why you see me holding those green mangoes. I had to feel which mango was which. So I didn't get a single ripe mango. They're all green, but they're big as heck. Yes, Chris. No, seriously, I'm coming back. I'm coming back soon. I'm even thinking of Christmas. I'm even because I remember what Christmas in Jamaica was like. But staying away for so long, it wasn't anything planned that I had to stay for that long. But circumstances, you know. But Gene, thank you very much. Thank you. Even though I bother you so much for having me at your house, that was wonderful. You and Mr. Spence made the holiday. Made the holiday. Replying to Gene, you're killing me with those. No, but Diana, even though she faced it like that, she really made it nice, even though she was a bit mean. And my son was like, "Oh my God, Dad, that lady's so nice." I slapped that boy. But I enjoyed it. Enjoyed it. Coming back to the North Coast, I got a chance to have him visit Green Grotto, and he took over that guide talking about all the Taino Indians, the Arawaks, and all that stuff. And then I think the highlight of his visit was going to Rose Hall and the Palmer, Rose Hall Great House. And I've passed that thing since I was a kid. We used to drive past every 2 months going to Westmoreland where my mom was from. Never got a chance to visit. If you live in Jamaica, and you never visited Rose Hall Great House, try. It's a marvel when it comes to workmanship. I stood there for a long time just admiring the stonework, the cut stone, those stones that were brought over from England as ballast in the bowels of the ship, and they were cut perfectly. It is a marvel in architecture. The great house that it stands is not the original one from when Anipama was there. It was rebuilt, but man, they try and go there. Go around the back and look at that stonework leading to the tunnel underneath. Marvelous. Because you were a coward thinking, yes, I'm afraid of Duppy, that's why I'm afraid of you so much. But but it it it, it was marvelous. Yeah, the beaches we got to go to, fine. But another thing shocked me was Wagwater. Wagwater River. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. It's reduced to a mere trickle. You look at Anipama, no, Anipama have to respect me because when we come from, we have better duppy than that. We have better duppy than that. But there's so much in Jamaica for us to see. I'm so sorry that we didn't get to go. I didn't get to take him to the Bamboo Arch down in St. Elizabeth. Wanted to go there and Wise Falls, but time would not permit it. Time would not permit it. I wanted to show him that. The biggest letdown for me, guys, the biggest letdown for me was here I'm telling this kid, hey, we're in Ochers, and I say up that road we have Fern Gully. And he said he wanted to see it. Oh my God. I remember when there were ferns like crazy. Hardly saw anything, and the road was so freaking bad. I don't. I hear that since the last hurricane and flood, everything's been washed away. But I was hoping I was hoping it would be in a much better condition. But I mean, we've got to rehabilitate it. We got to rehabilitate it. We've got to take care of what we have, guys. We've got to really take care of what we have. But like I said, Jamaica is a beauty. I think we're the pearl of the Caribbean, and we can't afford to let our resources go like that. I'm hoping to God that this drought is alleviated so we can get some of these rivers flowing again, especially Somerset Falls. I'd love to see water running through some of these places once more. And I'd love to see our drivers. I would love to see our drivers show a little more discipline and respect for life and property. How do you guys drive? No, seriously, I'd like you guys to put something in the chat. Tell me about your driving. Are you fearless? Are you fearful? Are you what? How do you guys drive? How do you guys drive? And you know the funny thing about Jamaican drivers, there were times when people in front of you feel like going out and choking them because you have somebody that's driving slow and holding on the traffic and you're cussing him. And by the time you get past him now, oh my God, it's like the Daytona 500. But I'd like to know how do you guys do it? How do you guys do it? I didn't find the driving stressful. What stressed me out was the roads. The roads just set up my blood pressure. The driving I can deal with, but I see some people doing some things, man, where overtaking and stopping, left turn, right turn, no indicator. no, no. Listen, can you imagine if tourists were still renting cars? How would they make it? But Kingston, I like what they have done with Uptown. I liked it. Like say from Harper Tree going up to Constant Spring. I like it. But the rest of Kingston, we need some roads, we need some street signs. We need some street signs because being away, not remembering everything, and you wonder which street is this? Which one is that? What? Yeah, we need some street signs. Granted, everybody using GPS, but man, it would be good to look up, see this sign, see that sign. Never got a chance to go to Devon House. My son and Marcia went because the day I had to take off to go to the college union, they were taken around by our hostess. But I never got a chance to visit Devon House but maybe still Gino's. I've got to go to Gino. So basically, same thing. But guys, if I've said anything wrong to hurt anybody, no, that wasn't my intention. I was just calling it the way I see it. We can once again become the best in the Caribbean. Right now, I think we are the main destination, but we need to make it better. We need to make it so much better, and we can. We need to make it so much better. Another thing, guys, that shocked me. No, I'm not grudging anybody here, but them hosts up on the hillside. Them hosts up on the hillside. Why are they that big? I have a friend who has one. And I asked him, listen, you have 3 floors. Why you need a big house? Let me say, yeah, man, from him little, him always dream of a big house. Let me say, how much you want to live there? Him and the wife. How much bedroom? That about 8, 9 bedroom, 8, 9 bathroom. How the heck do you live in that house? And you have 3 floors, and guess what? Him need them bad and he can't climb the stairs. What? Is it the latest fad to build these humongous houses? Not tell a lie. They look good. They look great from down below. But oh my God, why do you need a big house, man? Most of them, the kids are gone on their own and they have this huge mansion. I remember it was yes, Delinda, you pull off the road to let the drive. Yeah, I did that too. I pull over and said, listen, man, go on with your business. Yes, those mansions are fantastic. And the hurtful part of it, here's this lovely mansion, and you have these 2 black tanks on top. You have these 2 black tanks on top because of the drought and the lack of, lack of a proper water supply. The availability of water really, really sucks. Really sucks. Honestly, when I look at coming back to Jamaica, the crime as such don't really bother me. What really bothers me is that water thing. Hold on, something again. When I came in, coming to Jamaica 2 days before I came, I was fretting about, oh God, how am I going to bathe in this cold water again? Because probably if you wake up your hot water, I bathe in. How am I going to bathe in this cold water again? But the first time I turned on the water, the flipping sun was so hot and everything from this black tank, the water was warm also. I went to the beach at Ocheres and Padre and I expected much colder water. But water was warm. The heat, I thought it would have been hotter, honestly. Because, hey, in Florida, it's hotter than Jamaica. I expected the heat to be more overbearing, but it was okay. They always say people are going to know you by the way you're sweating. And what? Didn't really sweat. I guess my pores must have clogged up. But I did. My son was sweating a lot, but not me. I found it okay. I found it okay. Climate change, yeah, Gene, this climate change is real. We must make it better. We time and too laid back and waste time. Yeah, man, yeah, I don't know who is in charge of those tourist places, but we need some of these amenities to be looked at. Our national treasures, we have to take care of them. We have to take care of them because most of the Caribbean countries don't have the history that we have. I remember growing up, but even before I left, the great houses in Jamaica were fantastic. That one at Land Romney. I don't know if you remember. There's one at that behind that bridge at Tanata Bay where the train used to run on. I think Ministry of Agriculture had taken it over. There was a wonderful great house back there. When you're coming along the road at Robbins Bay, and you look behind, like you're looking up to Belfield, there's another fantastic great house out there. I couldn't even see them now. I don't know if they're still there or they have been destroyed or pillaged, but yeah, those wonderful great houses. We had great houses all over that could rival Rose Hall. Yes, David, how you doing, man? Yeah, David, just thought about my visit back home for the first time for a long time. The last time I went back was 6, 7 years ago for Steve's funeral. And it's been always a funeral thing. Run in the Friday, run out the Sunday. This time I really spent a week relaxing. Um, I'm thinking of heading back in December. I'm thinking of heading back in December. I need to really go back and chill out, just lie down at the beach and have myself fed by somebody else instead of running here, running there. And I spend like a 2 week like how somebody rich like Gracie does it, That's the type of holiday. It's the type of holiday I really, really want. But it was good seeing friends. It was good seeing some of my old classmates, people like Baga, Peony. It was great. It was great. And listen, regardless of where we are, listen, we're all Jamaicans, man. We're all Jamaicans, and we want that little rock to be the best. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes we have to maybe criticize, but because it's constructive criticism, we're not gonna kill anybody. I'm not gonna go anywhere and make my country out to be the worst it is. No, no, I'm gonna big up my country anywhere I go. But there's some improvements. There's some improvements we gotta make. We gotta make. Port Maria, I love the place. It's a place I've lived. Jamaica is a place I've lived the longest. Even though I wasn't born there, I was born in Anata Bay. Yeah, and those little towns, Anata Bay, Buff Bay, you know what got to me again? And I said, oh my God, this brings back memories. Was how they you hardly have sidewalks. These shops are almost right on the edge of the road. It was it was a great feeling just to be back somewhere like that. We took my son up to Highgate, showed him where his mom went at Marymount. But I forgot that the PNP conference was being held at Mary's High, and I ran into this big blockade of comrades out there having the final selection between what's his name, Omar Newell and our friend Floyd Morris. And I must say congratulations to them both. Our campaign, peaceful campaign, were very respectful campaign that they ran. And congratulations to Mr. Newell for coming out on top. And Mr. Newell, I know both of you will work together. I know Floyd will be willing to work together with you, and hoping you will be able to get a lot of your plans that you had for St. Mary. I'm hoping we'll get to see the reality of them because you have some great ideas. In fact, you both do. Sorry, one person had to win and the other had to lose. We're wishing you both could be winners. Hi, Vilma. Glad to have you here. Yes, Vilma, we stopped by your school. We took some pictures by Fufu Mirmont. But yes, Marcia got a chance to show our son her alma mater. Didn't get a chance to go to Mirza because that PNP conference block off the whole road. You know where I wanted to see, but oh my God. And I'm so sorry. I wish we could get back that railroad in Jamaica, all the way from St. Catherine, running through places like Trojan, Richmond, going to Port Antonio. Oh my God, that I stopped at Highgate down by what that area name is that Louis store to look at that old train station, but it was in a horrible condition. And I I don't know if most of you have ever taken that train when we were younger. But do you know that in Port Antonio, they had one of the only turntables in the Western Hemisphere where the engine at the end of the line, they put the engine on the turntable and reverse it, change yeah, siding and change the direction. One of the only ones in the Western Hemisphere. Yes, Miss Desiree. Desiree, I thought Vilma would have chimed in here. Oh no, Mirmount was the best. All right, if you say so, you know. So Desiree, how you doing? See you and yeah, your sister Donnet looking great, man. Good, good. But Desiree, you should have been you should have been at Mirror's Eye instead of Mirmount. You know that's where you really should have been. Yes, but Highgate, I didn't get to see much of Highgate because the town was almost empty because of that PNP conference. But I remember at school when they built that back road, that bypass. Oh my God, smoothest piece of road ever. Can't say that now though. They need to fix that. That needs to be fixed. I didn't even get to look and best secondary school. Hey David, please, I don't want to get locked out tonight, sir. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to look at the market that was burnt down. I did. It wasn't until I passed through that I remember. Oh my God, the market. I didn't get a chance to even check on my friend Mr. Mirage. But like I said, I enjoyed my trip. All right, Bill, man, I'll take a word. I don't even cost me on Facebook. Miramount was an okay place, an okay place. When Sister, who was in charge? Sister Eloina went, oh, and Sister Eloina ran that place like, mm. Remember, we used to come up there a couple of times for concert. And oh my God, she used to race me up. But it was fun. It was fun. All the nice, quiet girls went to Miriam. Delinda, Delinda, hold the corners, please. Please, 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 please. Just hold the corners. Miramount. Mirror's Eye. All you Mirror girls should have come to Mirror's Eye. But guys, I thank you all for coming on. I thank you all for being here with me tonight and for making Jamaica the one, those who are still there, making it a wonderful place it is and will always be. For those who are abroad like me, hey, let's visit more often. Let's visit more often. Let's go down and spend some crispy quiet. Let's go down and spend some more there. And man, the food is what I really enjoy. The food is what I really enjoy. Aki sausage. Oh my! At Green Grotto, they have a restaurant right beside it. Not the one across the street. I can't remember the one across the street. What's the name? What the name of that one was? But that one was good once. No, I think then drop off a farm. But beside Green Grotto, right beside it, there is another restaurant. Boom! First class. Stop there for breakfast, man. Some wicked kalalon banana and some yam. Oh God, I ought to go back there again. That was food. That was food. I miss breakfast like those, man. I tell Hamilton right. All right, Alta, don't wanna kill her, okay? But listen, man, we have so like I said, we have so much to offer in Jamaica. We just have a few things we've got to, package up nice. And one of the things I think we need to package properly and we need to teach people is our customer service. Honest to God, that customer service. When a customer leaves your place, it should be a good memory. When a customer leaves your place, it should be a good memory. He should be able to go out and tell somebody and say, "Hey, go to this place." Word of mouth is basically the best advertisement, and it doesn't take much for a smile, a little joke here, because I see there are people who did it. There are people who did it. You, you know where I met some of the nicest and most courteous people? At some of the gas stations. Those girls, most of them had ladies serving. Oh my God, they were so pleasant. They were so pleasant. Let me get, let me get, let me get a joke. I pull up at the gas station. Where is in Salem? And yeah, the first gas station I pulled up at, I could not figure out whether the tank is on the left or the right. I pulled up on the wrong side. And the girl raced me up. I was the girl raced me up. Whoa, Mom, you're blind? You can't see the tank over the side. I mean, she handled me like she handled me like say, oh my God. The way she roughed me up, I really had to laugh, even though we don't want to cuss her. I had to laugh. But yeah, like I said, customer service goes a long way. And I believe some of these owners take a little while and just teach your staff. Go to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, thank you. What can I be of service to you? Simple. It don't make you any smaller. You know, it's not say you're kowtowing to anybody because a lot of people seem to have that idea. If you're polite, you suck up to people. No, not really. You want people to spend their earnings with you. Come on, man, just a little customer service. And that's the harshest thing I really have to say. The harshest thing. And before I leave, another thing I couldn't get used to is the way people walk on the roadside. I don't know how they know lit down all 20 people a day. People, it's like the school people not even care. They just walk on the car, there's a fly past. Oh my God. There's really and done it, and Althea. Yeah, but oh my gosh. And to see kids again in uniform, that was oh my God, that was a highlight for me too. Because up here, them not really a uniform, but to see them in uniform was whoa. My son was he was shocked at that to see the guys in their khaki with their epaulets and the girls in their yeah, he was really, you know, that to him was eye opening. He couldn't believe that this all these schools wear uniform. Telling me his mom's school immaculate wear white. He was like, wow, couldn't believe. He saw the kids waiting to go for the bus, and what he didn't believe was that look, son, every time a kid steps up on that bus, he's got to pay. And he grew up here where everything is free. They get dropped to school, picked up free, 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 free. But he couldn't believe that in a country, a poor country like Jamaica, yeah, you pay going, you pay coming. So, guys, I'd like to thank you all for coming on tonight. Honestly, I appreciate it. Thank you all for coming on. I appreciate those who really put in some comments. And like I said, I don't think I'm being too harsh. I was just telling my experiences. Didn't want to lie. What about the soccer game against Mexico? No, you want me getting in trouble. First, I don't think Jamaica came out to play. Honest to God, from the whistle blow, Mexico just punched him in the face. From the Mexico didn't give them a chance to play. Mexico beat them to almost every ball. I didn't see Jamaica string together any passes. But hey, we're learning. Give the team a little more time. Yes, Carl, I know it's not free, someone pay for it, but not the kid. And here in the States, a kid just jumps on the freaking bus and he's gone. Desreen, thank you. David, Jean, Carol, Diana, all of you guys, Althea, fine. And for those of you who went to the number one school, St. Mary High, stay tuned. Something big is coming. Stay tuned. Something big is coming. For over the years, our past student association have been really dormant. No, not anymore. We're coming with something big. So just listen up. Keep your ears tuned, and you're going to be happy with what's going to happen at St. Mary High, especially when it comes to the past student association. We are no longer satisfied with playing second fiddle to anybody. So we'll keep you posted, okay, guys? So Saturday night, it's 10:05 here, 9:05 where you are. Yes, Gene, big, 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 humongous. As a St. Mary High person, you're gonna be enthused. And hey, I like what Marymount is doing too. I like what your first male principal, and it seems like you guys are moving. We're gonna get St. Mary on the move again, guys. And we don't mind Miramount, really moving too. Our, your sister, our sister school or what? But things are coming up. Things are coming on. Things are on stream. Things are on tap. Just a few minor adjustments, and you'll hear. Master is going to. Yes, she will. She already gave me some bad looks from the living room. But guys, thank you. Jamaica forever. If you live on this rock, you know the struggles we've been through, and we've come through it smiling. And what my son couldn't understand is how come the people are so happy? How come he couldn't understand that the way the people were always smiling? Man, of course, but them still smiling. And just one of my thrills was just to see guys play domino again. I don't think anybody played domino the way Jamaicans play. Jamaicans make it into a spectator sport. But just at college, just to see the way they enjoy dominoes, oh my God, it's phenomenal. But guys, Jamaica first, Jamaica second, Jamaica third. It's always Jamaica for me. And I thank you guys for being here with me tonight. Really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. So have a nice weekend, guys. Yes, blessed island of Jamaica. Love. Land I love. Land I love. You know what? Watching the football game, I think we have the best anthem ever, When you listen to them other country and them, and no. Land I love are the best anthem ever. In fact, from what I was hearing, I think it's the only anthem that's really a prayer. But that's how we drop it anyway. So, people, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Love you. Next week. Peace and love. Garfield Waller, rock the